All right, Adam, thank you. We'll check back in later on, but right now, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the ribbon cutting for Mr. Tony's Country Store. We have a whole group of people behind us, and I am joined with Mr. Don Chachere. Thanks so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
And thank you for everybody for coming out.
You got the scissors. We got you need two hands for that.
I'm not going to cut you, but we want to thank everybody for showing up for our 50th anniversary and the grand opening of our country store. We're really excited that so many people in the community have supported us, and our customers throughout the world. So it's a great thing to be out here today and sharing this with everybody and welcoming everyone to enjoy the gumbo and all the different things we have to offer. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing this with us.
Of course, I'm so excited. Are you ready to cut the ribbon?
I'm ready.
Are you guys ready behind us?
Yeah.
I am so. Should we give a countdown?
Yeah, sure.
3, starting from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. This is awesome. So this is the grand opening for the country store. So what can people expect when they come out here?
You can expect a lot of different things they've probably never seen before that we've never put out in the marketplace. So there's a lot of different things you might want to use in your kitchen, of course products that you may not have been exposed to. So there's a lot of good, there's a movie in there that we can share about, a documentary about the history of the company and the family. So all those things really are a new experience in Acadiana. If you want to come by and enjoy it, we're welcome to share it. There's no cost to come in and do it, and so we're excited to be a part of this community and offer all these things we have.
Yeah, this is really exciting. 50 years, it's truly a milestone for you guys. And I understand too, along with today, there is a food drive going on. So people at home, if they have some non-perishables, they can come by to the country store and donate. What are you guys looking for?
Well, we're looking for anything non-perishable that you want to come and donate. We're in conjunction with Evangeline Parish and St. Landry Parish, and we'll do a matching contribution. We'll probably donate a pallet of product that people can enjoy.
Yeah. I love that you guys are doing this. And if people want to come by and drop off some non-perishables for the food drive, where exactly are you guys located?
Well, we're at 5604 I-49 North Service Road here in Opelousas, so come by.
Wonderful. Well, guys, we're going to be here for the whole entire noon show. Adam, we surely do miss you over there, but I know you're tracking some severe weather, so we're going to send it back to you in the studio. All right, welcome back to News 15 at noon. We took this show on the road. We're in Opelousas today over at Tony Chachere's for the grand opening of Mr. Tony's Country Store. And we are joined right now with Representative Huval. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Glad to be here, Taylor. The weather isn't pretty, but it's a beautiful day in Opelousas today.
It is. It very well is. And I understand, Representative Huval, that you and Senator Boudreaux, you guys came together to pass a Tony Chachere's Day in the state of Louisiana. What was that like for you guys? What made you guys be like, you know what, this deserves its own day?
Absolutely. When you think about it, Mr. Tony himself, he retires. He's the cook at the camp. He's the guy who brings the seasoning in a jar because he wants to cook at the camp. He realizes that he's going to make a cookbook. He puts the recipe in the cookbook, but it becomes so popular that people are calling him for it. So from a seasoning in a jar to a seasoning that's worldwide, what could be better? So when the thought was brought to us, Senator Boudreaux and I says, absolutely. This is a great thing for our state. It's a great thing for Acadiana. It's worldwide. So, it's brought a lot of good things to our area.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of cool to see how something that started off so small here has grown worldwide. So it's really cool that you guys came together to pass a resolution for Tony Chachere's Day. What do you think that it means for Louisiana and small town city of Opelousas?
Well, it shows that you don't have to be the big city to do well. It shows that even from a humble beginning in a small town with a good product that you can bring to the people out there, it will sell. People will buy it. And now it's like you can probably go just about anywhere in the world and you'll find Tony Chachere either on the cafe where you go, the restaurant where you may be going to eat, or maybe some other place. But it's there. It's everywhere now.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite Tony Chachere product that you like?
I like the Creole. A little extra spice to it.
That is a good one. And we're almost out of time, but I know there is one last thing that you wanted to say.
Yes. Remember, every day is a better day with little Tony in it.
We need to get that on a shirt. We should wear those right now. Representative Evolve, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Absolutely. It was great being with you, Taylor. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Of course. And we're going to post everything that you see right now on our website, klaf.com. Before we go to break, let's send it on over to Adam Olivier. All right, welcome back to News 15 at noon. We took the show on the road. We're hanging out in Opelousas at Tony Chachere's for the grand opening of Mr. Tony's Country Store, and we're joined with Opelousas Mayor Julius Alzendorf. Thanks so much for speaking with us today.
Well, thank you all for coming and giving this coverage to a fruition that has come alive here in the city of Opelousas. A dream sometimes or not become that reality that we wanted to, but it's happening today for the Chachere family and the founder of this place here.
And this is really so exciting. They're celebrating 50 years in business. What does something like Tony Chachere's, it's a worldwide company, what does that mean for you guys here in Opelousas?
It's another attraction, but it's an attraction from homegrown individual, as Mr. Chachere stated over earlier, that here you have his grandfather whose place of business has taken Opelousas and put it on the map again from a tourism standpoint. Mr. Chachere mentioned earlier, it doesn't cost you anything to go in, but I assure you, he wants you to spend the money, and as the mayor of Opelousas, we want you to spend some dollars in here as well. But again, to the family, thank you all for choosing Opelousas as your home and also sustaining it over the years that it has occurred. And each and every time that we open a business like this elevates and illuminates the city of Opelousas and the growth that's occurring here. So again, I applaud the Chachere family, but also the man who thought of this dream that is a reality today.
Yeah, and you've probably seen this company grow. As it started off so small, now it's worldwide. What is it like for you to see the growth and probably continued growth?
Well, I've visited many other countries, and to sit at a table and see the product that was there come from the home that I've grown, been here 62 years, that's illuminating, but it's also uplifting. It tells me, as I've said many times, no matter where you are, humble beginnings, and if you have a dream, if you work hard and do diligently, it can become what you've dreamed about all these years. And again, for Opelousas, this is a big plus.
Absolutely. And Mayor, I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Go
do
ahead.
you have a favorite Tony's product?
All of them.
All of them? I love that
Not
answer.
one favorite, but all of them, yes.
All of them.
Yes, very much so. Their jambalaya.
It's his favorite, his secret
my favorite, yes,
Wink,
yes.
wink, nod, nod. Thank you so
Yes.
much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you all for the coverage you're giving to the city of Opelousas, but more importantly, Tony Chachere Country Store.
Absolutely. We love being out here. We're going to have the rest of the show out here, but right now, we got to go to break. Stay with us, though. We'll be right back. All right, Adam, thank you. And we couldn't close out the show with putting our friend Devery Henderson on the spot. Devery, what's your favorite Tony's product?
I'm a fan of the original seasoning.
The original seasoning?
I've been using it since a kid. It's been great. I cook with it. I do everything with it. So I would have to say the original seasoning.
And what's it mean really fast for Tony's to be here in Opelousas?
Well, it's great. I've actually grown up near the old location, so I could always smell it in the air. But it's great. I represent Opelousas in Louisiana, and this is a big deal. I mean, it's a product that comes from here. I always brag on it when I was playing ball. These guys from out of state, I would always show them the
Always
Opelousas.
bring the Tony's.
Yeah.
He brings it to all of the games and practices. He probably keeps it in his gym locker. Devery, thank you so much. Guys, don't go anywhere. News 15 at noon continues after this. All right, Adam, thank you. And we couldn't close out the show with putting our friend Devery Henderson on the spot. Devery, what's your favorite Tony's product?
I'm a fan of the original seasoning.
The original seasoning?
I've been using it since a kid. It's been great. I cook with it. I do everything with it. So I would have to say the original seasoning.
And what's it mean really fast for Tony's to be here in Opelousas?
Well, it's great. I've actually grown up near the old location, so I could always smell it in the air. But it's great. I represent Opelousas in Louisiana, and this is a big deal. I mean, it's a product that comes from here. I always brag on it when I was playing ball. These guys from out of state, I would always show them the
Always
Opelousas.
bring the Tony's.
Yeah.
He brings it to all of the games and practices. He probably keeps it in his gym locker. Devery, thank you so much. Guys, don't go anywhere. News 15 at noon continues after this. Adam, thank you. We'll check back in later on. But right now, it is time to check in with Celeste Chachere. Celeste, thank you so much for having us out here today.
Oh, hey, thanks for driving out to Opelousas to come and see us. We're really excited.
This is absolutely incredible.
Isn't it cool?
This is amazing. If you guys haven't been here, you need to come check it out. It's just so cool. I'm having the best time.
Oh, great.
50 years for you guys.
50 years. And what a way to cap off our 50th anniversary than with the Open in the Country store. It's been a long time coming.
I love that. And for people at home who might not be aware, do you have some history, fun facts? Tell us about the history of Tony's.
Sure. So Tony was my great-grandfather, and one of the things that a lot of people I think don't know, is that the company didn't actually start with the little green can with the seasoning that made us so famous. It started with his cookbook, and it was a retirement hobby.
Oh my God.
He actually wasn't a chef at all. He was just a home cook who loved to get together with friends and entertain. And in his prior careers, he was a pharmacist and an insurance salesman, and he would travel a lot to sell insurance, and he would bring his little pill bottles from the pharmacy days with his special blend of seasoning,
so he kept
pre-mixed.
his seasoning in the pill bottle.
Back then, in the 60s and 70s, you really didn't have spice blends like you do today. Everything was commodity spice in 50-pound bags. So he would pre-blend it in a little pill bottle to make it easy to travel with. And then people started asking him for his secret blend. So he wrote a cookbook with all of his life's recipes, and on the second page of the cookbook, he put the recipe for our original seasoning, Creole seasoning, and a phone number in the back of the book to order more cookbooks. Well, people started calling, but not to order cookbooks. They wanted to know where they could buy the spice. So he started blending it himself, and he reopened his old building, his Louisiana drug company, hired a few little ladies to start packing seasoning in mason jars and pasting on labels. And 50 years later, it's evolved into the brand that we all know and love today.
That's wild to think that it started off in those little pill bottles to now those big, the jumbo.
I mean, you can buy it 50 pounds,
Oh.
if you like it. We've got seasoning in any size configuration that your heart can dream of. So,
what was it like for you, kind of growing up with your grandfather, knowing that? Did you know then that his seasoning was a big deal?
So, he passed away when I was 7, but I grew up down the street from his house, and I always would, ride my bike down to go visit with my great-grandpa. He was always cooking, loved to entertain, but I think for me, it was just something that felt like home. I didn't really realize my little worldview back then, hadn't gone too far beyond Opelousas, and didn't realize that the reach the product already had. And it honestly wasn't really until I moved away for college in Texas that I started to get really nostalgic and homesick because everything didn't taste like Tony's anymore, and I missed it. So it really gives you an appreciation for how deeply we connect, like all of our experiences and our memories around food and the celebration with like friends and family. So I love that our company is so central in doing that for people. Holidays, coming together around a table, tailgating, celebrations, like we're there for all of life's milestones, and it's really, really cool to be a part of that.
It's really cool to see, just to like listen of the history and to see how much, you talk to anybody, everybody has a favorite Tony's product. It's so cool. What's it like to know where Tony started and to see where it is now? What's that like for you?
Oh man, just in the last 10 years, I feel like the business has just reached new heights that Mr. Tony could never have imagined, that I certainly, when I came to work here, didn't dream of. I mean, we've been really, really blessed to grow continually over the last 50 years. We're now truly nationwide, and we're looking at international distribution. I mean, it's just a really cool time in the company. And we've had so many new customers and new fans come to the brand during COVID. One of the blessings of COVID was that so many people took an interest in cooking. So it's really being, we make products that make the everyday cook be able to fool you like they're a great chef. It's foolproof. I myself am not a great cook. And if I can't screw it up, there's hope for everybody, I promise you.
I mean, people have seen mine and Adam's copy and taste. I mean, I can cook with Tony's, and it comes out incredible. So it's amazing, and it's cool to see how it just brings people together.
Right.
I love that.
I do too. It's what a fun job to have, right? Like just eating delicious food, celebrating friends and family, and bringing Cajun and Creole culture to the rest of the country, sharing it with the world.
I love that you guys are doing that, and I know you guys are kind of sharing food with people in a different way today too. You guys do have a food drive that's going on right now. I want to touch on that really fast. What are you guys looking for?
Yeah, so we're partnering with United Way of St. Landry and Evangeline parishes today during our event from 11 to 7. We're collecting non-perishables, canned goods, so that we can give back to the community during the holidays for those who need. And we're going to be matching donations today and donating pallets of food as well.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So people at home, they can bring non-perishables. They can bring it here to the country store.
Yes, we have bins where we're collecting it right outside the front door. So you can come do a little bit of holiday shopping, take a little tour, enjoy yourself, and do a little bit of giving back as well.
I love that you guys are having the food drive in conjunction with this, and she just hinted at tour.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't noticed, we started outside, now we're inside. This space, it's brand new.
Yes.
Tell us about this. Where are we standing right now?
So we are in a little Acadian-style house that is attached to the very front of our production facility in Opelousas. And it is a combination, a hybrid gift shop, movie theater, and production viewing experience. So as we said, you can come, you can do a little shopping, you can learn a little something about the brand, about the products we make and what goes into them. And then you can also learn a little bit about the history of Cajun cuisine in Acadiana.
Which is just so cool that there's something like this here, literally down the road for so many people. And the shop is huge. You said people can come here, Christmas shop now. This is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, isn't it cool? And it's free and open to the public 5 days a week. You know, during our normal business hours, 9 to 4, you can come out and see us.
Yeah. Is there a favorite item that you have in this shop?
Oh, so I right now I am really, really into all of our dish towels. We just released like some vintage designs of like our original label that are really cool to look at. Let's take a walk around. We've got some that have the can on them. Almost all the brands that we partner with are Louisiana-owned small businesses.
I love
so
that.
we have them making custom products for us, and we also showcase a lot of other local brands.
Is this the vintage one that you're telling
I just think
us about?
this is so cool because this is our original label from '72, so it's a little callback to our roots.
I love that you guys have a lot of local products in here too. I think that's great.
Yeah.
To support other local
If it has
businesses.
anything to do with cooking or Louisiana or obviously anything that we make and do, you can find it here. And we have so many cool items that aren't for sale anywhere else. So you can come here and snag a little something unique to take home and show your friends.
I love this. You did say there's a movie theater.
Yeah, let's take
Can
a
you
walk.
show us where that is?
Absolutely.
Also, please check out little baby Tony Chachere.
This is my 3-year-old's favorite item in the store.
Gosh, I love him. Just absolutely precious. Now, Celeste, what was that process like getting this store, this part of Tony's setup?
So it all started with us drawing it literally on the back of a napkin, just how I wanted it to look, and I wanted it to be an open circuit to where you could just make a loop through the store, and we designed everything to accommodate a tour bus load of people at a time so that we could really get into some larger tour groups coming through. So this is our theater. Right now this is our little company video that takes you through the history of the brand.
Oh, nice.
And we also have a documentary that takes you through the history of how the Taste of Louisiana was born, we call it.
I love that you guys have a little theater so people can sit and learn about
Isn't it cute?
how Tony's got started.
Yeah, and this is all free and open to the public.
I love that. We're going to follow you. Guys, you're coming along for the ride with us
So now you're leaving the country store and you are actually entering our production facility. This is the threshold. So we've got a 50 linear foot viewing tunnel that looks out over all of our production lines. And right now it's lunch hour, so things are a little bit quiet. But if we make it in a box or a can, any of our dry goods, they're produced right here in this facility. Start to finish, roux and gravies, seasonings, rice dinner mixes, fish fries, you name it.
It's incredible. You gave us a tour in this earlier before the grand opening. I was blown away by the amount of stuff that you guys are able to do here.
Yeah, and just, I mean, the product coming off the line, the amount that's going out the door every day is really cool to see.
There was one fact about salt, the amount of salt that you guys can use in a day.
Our giant salt silo holds about 175,000 pounds of salt, and during our busy season, we fill that guy up several times a week, sometimes more than once in a day.
That is absolutely crazy. What would you guys consider your busy season?
So fourth quarter, holidays, this is our go time. Our injectable marinades are the #1 best-selling marinades in the country. So we did the math a few years ago and figured out that 1 out of every 7 holiday turkeys was being injected with one of our marinades.
Really?
So we're truly a part of all these celebrations going on around the country.
All of the holiday festivities. So if you ate a turkey this past Thanksgiving,
chances are it had Creole-style butter inside it.
And it was probably absolutely delicious.
Oh, you know it.
Because come on, what's it like to see the growth of this? Because this wasn't the original location, was it?
No, we've only been in this location for probably about 10 years now. And I remember when we moved in, we thought we'll never fill this space up. And then we just 3 months ago finished a 40,000 square foot expansion. We built this store, and we're still growing. So it's a wonderful problem to have, to be out of space and always expanding.
I love. And what do you think that this means for the city of Opelousas? Because you guys have been around 50 years, and it's just taken off.
Well, this community has been so wonderful to us, and I mean, they've been here and supported us from the time that we were just a sleepy little brand with one SKU in the store to now what we are today. And so this is really a gift back to the community. We're hoping that people from the surrounding area will come and spend a morning, spend an afternoon, have lunch in the community, visit some local shops, and then come by and see us and take a tour and learn something, have a little fun.
What do you hope for the future of Tony's?
Oh, so, I just always onwards and upwards. I'm so excited about some new products we have coming down the pipe that are in development now, as well as some international distribution. So there's always new opportunities. There's always room to grow.
It's really exciting to hear how you guys have started and to see the growth that you guys are at right now. I can only imagine what it's going to be like for you guys in the future.
Yeah, we're so excited.
I'm excited for you guys. And that was the tour. We're going to have more with Tony Chachere coming up, but right now we got to send it back to you in the studio, Adam. All right, welcome back. We are still hanging out over at Tony Chachere's in Opelousas, and joining us right now is Mr. Jude. Now, Jude, you are the executive chef for Tony's.
Corporate chef for Tony's. Yeah.
You have a really fun history. This was your first job as a kid.
This was my first real chef's job. Graduated from culinary school in '94, and I came to work for Tony's. Putting together a cookbook for them. This was like the second helping cookbook. Yeah. And I had the privilege of working with Mr. Tony for about a year. He would come in and sit down with me and tell me stories, and so it was great. And so fast forward, I've been here for 10 years now as Tony's corporate chef.
What was that like to kind of cook alongside and learn from Mr. Tony?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, a lot of the family members didn't even have that opportunity, so I feel very privileged that I was able to do that, and such a great guy,
And so being corporate chef, what does that title kind of entail for you? What do you get to do?
We do a lot of research and development, come up with new products. We also have sales guys all over the United States, and so we'll travel and do events with them, sales meetings, trade shows, those type of things. And we have a food truck, and it's kind of like a built-in marketing deal. We'll travel all around and do events.
And we're actually standing in the food truck right now. This is a very cool operation. It's so big. What do you have going on over here?
Chicken and sausage gumbo, and we're handing out samples of chicken and sausage gumbo today until 7 o'clock tonight. So if you're around, come out and see us.
If you're hungry, come get a good meal for sure. Now, Chef Jude, I have to put you on the spot. I feel like I have to ask you this. Do you have an all-time favorite Tony's product?
So my favorite seasoning is probably our more spice seasoning. Okay. I think that's kind of my go-to. I use that more than anything, and also the bold seasoning. It's my go-to.
I feel like I need to take notes from you as a chef. Why are those your favorite?
Well, it has a little more spice. That's what it's called, more spice, and I think it just adds a little more to your dish.
I am taking all of the notes right now. And Chef Jude, for people at home, if they want to come out, grab a bowl of gumbo from you, where are you guys located?
We're right off the interstate in Opelousas at Crestwell Lane exit. It's a short drive, 15 minutes from Lafayette.
You can't miss it, too. You'll see it off the interstate. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Of course, you as well. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back. We are still here at Tony Chachere's for the grand opening of Mr. Tony's Country Store. We're back with Celeste Chachere. Thank you so much for having us out here today.
Oh man, I'm just going to keep saying it. Thanks for joining us. This is such a fun celebration. All of this hard work coming together in this really cool experience.
We are just having the time of our life right now. I did want to point out this little piece of history that you guys have on the outside of the country store. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so right before you even walk through our front doors, you're greeted with this little placard of Mr. Tony himself. He was actually the very first inductee into the Louisiana Chefs Hall of Fame in 1995, just a few weeks before he died. So what a cool, capstone to a lifetime of achievement. Yeah. And we love to remember him because he's the reason for the season, the reason for the seasoning. Yeah. And we are where we are today because of his talent.
Yeah, I love that he's right there right when you walk in, and I also love that phrase. I feel like that should be on a t-shirt.
Well, it's almost like I do marketing or something. I don't know.
I love it. And so we didn't cover the hours. What are the store hours? When can people come and visit you guys?
Sure. So our country store, which is the gift shop, the theater, and the production viewing, is open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And small groups are welcome to just come in. You don't need to schedule a tour, but if you have 10 or more people, we ask that you give us a call at the facility, and we'll give you a private little tour of the country store and take you through the documentary and the production viewing.
I love that you guys have finally opened this country store. You put a lot of thought behind it, and it shows.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have a favorite part of this new grand opening or new part of the store?
So some of the little hidden Easter eggs in the store are my very favorite things, and we're going to be evolving the experience as it goes and putting signage that explains it all. But right on the checkout counter next to the cash register is the very first copy of the very first cookbook that we ever printed, and it's signed from Mr. Tony to his wife with a little inscription, and we have that on display. And the antique cash register that's actually there at the checkout was Mr. Tony's cash register from his Louisiana Drug Company days back when he was a pharmacist. So the store itself is really a combination of store and living archive of all of the history of our company and of my great-grandfather, which is really cool.
I love that. And I love that you guys have that stuff on display so people can come and learn about it.
Yeah,
it's truly
get up close and personal and get a look at it. And we have some of historical packaging, the evolution of the can over the years, and just some really cool things to take a look at while you're browsing and shopping.
It's awesome. They have some great things in the store. We're almost out of time, but I do want to touch on the food drive. It's happening today until 7, correct?
Yes, today 11 to 7. We've partnered with United Way of St. Landry and Evangeline Parish. We're accepting non-perishables and canned goods so we can give back to the community for the holidays, and Tony Chachere's will be matching donations as well.
So if you guys are out and about, come get some gumbo. I know Chef Judy has a whole vat going.
Oh, and it's so good.
Oh yeah, you guys got to come out and try it. Come donate some food, get some Christmas shopping done. Stay with us though, we will be right back after this. All right, Adam, thank you for that weather update. And guys, this has been a really fun noon show today. Adam, I'm so sad that you couldn't be out here joining us in on all of the fun. But I did just get some breaking news, and I was told that the food drive will be going through the weekend. So if you're in the area, come by. They have bins for food donation, drop-off, non-perishables for the holidays. If you want to come out and visit, we're going to post everything you need to know on our website, klaf.com. But let's just get a glamour shot of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you right back here tomorrow.